This is not a test. And you hear the dogs barking, not DMX dogs, but we hear season 2, episode 1. We back like we never left. You know, the bodega's closed, for the meantime between time. And you talk about a thumbnail, we outside with it. So we got shout out to I Collect. He said, best sneaker clean on the market, made by sneakerheads for sneakerheads. Bring your kicks back to life. You already know. Yeah, what's good, hella lace? Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Got EBkicks in the building. So without further ado, we have a special guest in the building. Um, no stranger to sports, sneakers, and bring your sneakers back to life. You can see it, see what he does on YouTube Shorts, Reels, on IG. I think they got stuff on TikTok too. So if I'm seeing it, I know everybody else is seeing it. So one of the founders of EBkicks is in the building. Please welcome to Beast Coast TV, Kenny from EBkicks.
Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man.
Man,
Appreciate the
appreciate
intro.
appreciate you coming through. This is gonna be
Nothing but love.
welcome to Beast Coast TV. We were, like I said, first season we was in the bodega.
Uh-huh.
It was getting kind of crowded, so we had to come outside and stretch out.
Stretch out. I feel it.
So how's your week been so far?
It's been good, man. Just for the most part, just having the opportunity to spend it with the kids and the family, and that's with me. That's first and foremost,
Oh
and
yeah,
then business is good, by the grace of God. So I really can't complain, man. I can't complain. I mean, it could be worse, but it is great.
absolutely. And then like I said, I'm in the South now, so a lot of the older heads said, they don't need to complain because don't nobody want to hear it.
Yep, that's true.
And it's true because everybody fight their own battle. Everybody every day is a challenge. And
Everybody
I,
got their own issues, their own situation.
I said, I'm a store manager. People always complaining. I'm like, so there's 21 stores in our district. I'm like, oh snap, Primera in the building, number one fisherman on the West Coast. What's going on, brother? He got a dope collection. We just be joking. They make fun of me being in the South. I'm a farmer now, and that's the fisherman, bro. So I'm like, yo, we all have 24 hours in a day. Is what you make of it. You can sit down and complain and want to know what's going on, or you can,
You
step up
can,
and make the best of your day with what you got. You know what I mean?
yeah, you get up, step up, and make it happen.
That was a song too, wasn't it? That was a
Ain't no,
song too. That was
I mean, hey, ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
facts. So we see you got a lot of sneakers behind you. So this is a 2-part
Well,
question we ask everybody.
what's here? What's here? I mean, there's still it's probably about a good
Oh, I know. If people tell you anything about me, E1 Kicks is always watching. I survey the scene.
probably about a good 400 in here, but this isn't like the whole collection. But
So the 2-part question: what was the sneaker and that triggered you? Is like, man, I really like this sneaker. I like, which made you interested in sneakers, right? And then
yeah.
what was the sneaker that triggered the collection when it started accumulating?
um, man, I'd have to say it's like the same shoe for
Okay.
both of those questions, but it would have to be the royal blue penny foam posit. That's like the go-to right there. And when you're that age, when Penny was on top and he was playing, and you wanted to be like Penny, you know what I mean? You mimic his moves, and it's just a big bright shoe that you just can't mess up easily. So it served multiple purposes, and yeah, and also it was something that not everybody could get. So having your hands on it, made you
All right.
exclusive. You know,
And I would say, like, outside of Jordan brand, I think that was like the first big wow sneaker that and it hits the same to this day.
hits right. And you know, it made with quality. This isn't even the newest retro. This is I got that one, but I don't have it right here next to me. But this one is this the 2016.
2016.
It's still clean, you
Nice.
know, pretty icy still, pretty good. But yeah, this right here is the shoe that like turned on that trigger, turned on that light bulb, and was just like, you know what? Then I got to get the penny one and the penny two and the penny three. And if you want me to show all that, you know, I have that right here. You know what I mean? When it
Hey,
comes to
hey,
all that,
it's your show. You want, hey, that's it's whatever you want to do. We got Sneaker Jacks in the building. What's good?
you know. I don't know. This is a real old pair. I don't even know why I don't have the laces in this pair, but this is a really old retro right here. This is from 2008, but
Nice. Everything's still crispy.
still wearable. You know what I'm saying? Still wearable. This was the colorway, but of course, you know, there's multiple other colorways of this shoe. I don't know why I ain't got the laces in this one either. I was probably just cleaning them, but didn't
I'm
know
about to
that.
say, Tina.
Some more pennies, and you know, here's a pair that you don't see every day. Miami Heat
Yeah,
penny two, you know,
nice, nice.
and then of course, you know, when you just walk into the outlet and you see random colorways, you know, that you'll be like, I'll wear it, but I'm not gonna wear it that much. But it's a penny, you know what I mean?
Right.
You kind of just gotta have it, you know, when it comes
Yeah.
to those. And then of course, you know, I'll show you some penny ones that I got in here as well too. Oh yeah, here's another penny too, right here. Nice little collab one.
Nice. Yeah.
And you know, we got the
Well, that's tough with the
stripes
pinstripe.
right
Yeah.
here. Not too many people have this pair right here. You know, fresh condition, obviously. You know, because you know I got the shoe cleaner.
Right.
Oh, a few more over here. This is like also like a Miami Heat playoff, like a colorway.
Yeah, I remember when that dropped. Yeah, those are clean.
You know, this is a 20. This is a 2018 retro. And then, of course, got a. Now this pair is pretty old pair right here. Starting to yellow in a little bit, you know, but it happens. You know, it's nothing you can really do about that. This is a
Tough.
2014 colorway. And then, you know, I just got like two more. This was real random. I guess it was like, I don't know, man, kind of got like that zebra look to it.
Right.
I caught these at the Nike clearance store. Actually, believe it or not, I think I paid like 70 for these. $70. So can't beat that. And then just like a nice little orange colorway, you know, orange, white, a little black. Something you could just run around in, you know,
Oh
go
yeah.
errands, pay some bills, you know, take the kids around. It's a 2018 release, 2018.
I think 2018 they dropped like 5 or 6 colorways at different.
Yeah, man, you know,
Yeah.
they just never stop dropping them. And, you know, you got some penny threes.
Pen three. I think penny threes are probably like my favorite pennies.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. Fresh, you know, Orlando colorway.
Yeah.
Still wearable, still good. No sole separation.
Yeah. I have those. I got like the white and red ones, and I got the
I got those too, but I don't have them here. But I do got.
yeah, the
You remember,
eggplant ones are nice too.
you remember these House of Hoops colorway?
House of Hoops. Yep.
Another like kind of like a Orlando, like a playoff of the, like a spin off of the Orlando.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Those are clean.
You know, so you know, got some pennies up in here, man. Got some, got some penny rookies. You know, I think I got these for like $60 at an outlet as well. I don't know. You rock with the rookies?
The Zoom rookie, absolutely.
Yeah. Little Zoom rookie right there. Then oh,
I think, and that's like one of the best glow in the dark shoes. Is the glow in the dark ones. Those are nice. Those are
got the
nice.
penny 4.
That's a great basketball shoe too.
Definitely a great basketball shoe, but I also think it's a good casual throw on shoe. Some people don't like it really because of the booty. It's kind of
The
hard to get.
sock, yeah, yeah. But once you get it on, I mean, it's mad comfortable.
Mad
Similar to the CB34 Barclays. Like once you get
Yeah,
it on,
yeah, yep. The CB34s. These bad boys right here.
yep.
Yep, they're pretty easy for me to get on though. You just got to know
Right,
how to put them on. You got to hold that
yeah,
time. Got to pull up the back, and you just got to pop your foot in, and it goes right in easy, easy and quick. But I do cut that little top booty right here, this little bungee cord thing.
oh,
Yeah, I cut that on the top right here, so it's easier. But plus, anyways, I don't want to block the Air Max 2 logo,
oh,
because a lot of the time it blocks it. You can barely see.
right.
I'm not gonna go play ball in them. So
He said we're not balling in these. We looking good in these. Well,
yeah, yeah, it's classic heat. Classic
yeah.
heat.
So for being a phone positive fan on the
Oh,
West Coast, right? How does somebody from the West Coast get into phone posits?
yeah, these right here.
Or
Yeah,
is that because New York gets a lot of credit for it, the DMV area does, but I don't hear stories about we had there was a phone posit wave on the West Coast, and that's obviously what that penny is that the Royal Foam, like you said, one of your favorite sneakers.
yeah. Of course, like a lot of people on the West rock with foam posits. Like foam posits are like, I mean, not too much now, but when they were getting rocked heavy by everybody else, of course we fell in line and we messed it. Not everybody out here did, but
Right.
it's because it's hotter out here.
I was
The
just about to ask that. Does the
windows.
weather play a part in that? Yeah,
So
yeah,
like just the breathability is a little different. But me personally, you know, I favored a lot of East Coast people that wear foams, and not even just basketball players, rappers,
yeah. Right.
and all movie stars. So the dudes outside serving,
Yeah.
what I mean,
Yeah.
selling
Yeah.
drugs, whatever. Like you know, everybody loves foam posits, man. But like I say, yeah, on the West, they're not worn as much as they would be like you were saying on the East Coast, but
Right.
they definitely get love out here for sure. At least by your boy Classy Kenny, that's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, I know. Hey, because I remember you and the wife were doing. I want to say it was a EBkicks giveaway. Oh snap! What's good, Matt? Matt for the win in the building. Another Beast Coast family member. That's the bro. Um, who's also 3-0 against I collect kicks and sneaker battles. Hey, he's at least 3-0. At least 3-0.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's another story for another day. But I'm gonna throw some jabs at I collect because he knows why. I
Throw
just
some,
lost my whole
you gonna
train of
throw
thought.
some you gonna throw some jabs at my boy, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, he likes to store people, and then we. This is my chance to get him back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. He got some heat though.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Frankie
he got
Bang.
he got some bangers over there, especially Air Maxes.
So Frankie Bang Bang. Frankie's another one who one of his favorite thing to do is bring the sneakers back to life. That's like he restores sneakers and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
see what Matt says. It's more, but hey, who's counting?
Hey, and he it's a little bit different though, low key. Like I sell a product that cleans them and
Yeah,
conditions them, but he's restoring, getting rid of the yellow look and
yeah,
popping
yeah,
wrinkles
yeah,
out of shoes and
yeah.
so, but my process of what I do is needed what he does, but it's not the complete.
Right,
You
right,
get
right.
like he got to clean the shoes off, obviously using
Yeah,
something. But
right, right.
other stuff that he does, It's
And
work. Good work.
if I'm not mistaken, Frankie uses EBkicks.
There you go.
So
Uh,
EBkicks is in the chat, and I know who's typing over there. I'm not gonna say no names. iCollects is the king of phone posits.
yeah.
That is
Air
wrong.
Maxes too. Air
No,
Maxes too.
and I'm glad you brought that up, Kenny, because now you let me throw my jab. So what do we know I collect for, right? Air Maxes. And do you know he is the Air Max Prince and the phone posit Prince?
Yeah.
No, he's the Prince. He's not the king. He's the Prince. And I'm gonna tell you why. There's another brother of ours. His channel is EBkicks 1147. Correct me if I'm wrong, people in the chat. And there was a phone posit battle, and there was also an Air Max battle. See, I actually use your stuff with the I collect discount. So
Hey, but I
there's
haven't
another
seen anybody. I haven't seen
there's
anybody though that got more Air Maxes than him though.
oh no, volume wise nah, but
He
there's
and
another.
he got some heat in there.
Yeah, he does. But there's a brother called the Fat Cat Greedy,
Yeah,
and
I got to out.
he too old. I collect, and I collect with the nine to this day. But Matt's in the chat. He was there. I was a judge. I saw with my own eyes. Now I collect. I collect. Got some. You see? Oh, I thought it was dunks. Now I collect them. I collect gonna get it today. Pause. No, but like I was saying, you and the wife was on IG live doing giveaway, and you picking people from the chat to answer certain questions.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then
Sneaker trivia. Sneaker.
yeah, and
Yeah.
oh, yo, the questions they were easy if you knew you didn't have to know his like how
Too
like
much
if you see
history.
if, like people want to know every detail about the sneaker, you just had to know a little bit
A little
because
bit to get you over the hump.
yeah, it didn't have to
But the
take
main
much.
but I could have definitely went into the deep waters. But the reason
Yeah,
why I didn't is because I actually want everybody to win. My whole
yeah,
goal is to have a EB Kicks package in everybody's household, and not just United States wide,
right,
worldwide.
worldwide, right.
Yeah, worldwide. So everybody, I need them to have that opportunity, even if they purchase it or it's given to them or they earn it in some form or fashion. So
Yeah, I was like, remember I said earlier, so everyone knows this kid Zaybug, and he waits till I go live. What is it, son? I already know. I already know. I'm glad you can join us. Speak recovery for you. Bless you, son. Yeah, and then that was the thing. Like I know it kept me engaged because I was on my phone. I was like, I could answer that. I could answer that. But I knew what the point was because I could have been greedy and be like, let me join this and just answer the questions.
hey, you should have did it. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, I'm not.
you
I'm.
know. But there's a lot of people that didn't get it right too in their basic
Yeah,
questions. A lot of people calling Pennies Barclays and Dion's Pippins and Bo Jackson's Griffies.
yeah,
Everybody don't know. I think Aline is in the chat though.
yeah. I could. Yeah, she's right there.
Yeah, yeah.
She was like, I'm in the bed. Send me the link so I could watch it. Nah, I appreciate y'all coming through. So
hmm
like you, so outside, of course, outside of Jordan and Penny, I'll eliminate Jordan, Penny, Barkley. Right? Let's eliminate those three.
Even though I didn't get to talk about Barkley that much, but yeah, we can eliminate
Yeah.
that.
Just for this reason. I just say what other basketball players were you watching that that you was like like that the sneakers they had on like caught your eye like what would be like your 5 6 if you had to choose some.
Like other players or other
Yeah,
brands or
players. It don't matter the brand. It don't matter the brand. But like, what players have you like? Even up to now, like from you know that era then to now, like what are some of the players you was like, oh, these sneakers are dope. I got to get those, and so on and so forth.
um one Grant Hill. Grant Hills. And I wanted to have some feelers. I can show you some Grant Hills. Let me show you some Grant Hills. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can see. They're honestly, they're kind of it's kind of crazy in the field to be wearing them nowadays because they're feelers. But you
Yeah.
know, how other people they don't really know. Like what the fuck are those? Especially the new generation. They be
Yeah,
like,
they don't know. They had to be
got
there to
feelers on,
understand
bro.
it.
Like
But
like like I was at the booth, working,
right.
and I had him on, and dude was like, "Man, I know who you are from social media." He was like, "But bro, why you got them?" What he said? Why you got them feelers on, bro? I was just like, because they're heat, they're classics. Like you probably just don't know about them. He was like, "But you rocking them right though." I was like, "Of course," you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But let me show you what Grant
It's
Hill.
one of those. That was an era that you had to be there to fully understand it. Yeah, you going? Yeah, yeah.
Big Grant Hills. I got these in Harlem, actually. I got these in Harlem. I was just walking down I forgot the name of the street. I forgot the name of the
It
street.
was probably 125th.
It had some retail stores, and it was like a Arabian, like a Arabian guy's store, and he just had them in the window, just sitting there, and they had dust all over them. And then I was like, "What about those?" He was like, What are you talking about?" I was like, "These right here, the feelers." He was like, "Oh, those? You don't want those, man." He said, "Those are feelers. Those are old, man. They've been on my display right here in my window for like 5 years." He said, "Nobody wants those, man." I said,
What up,
"Shit,
Aaron?
I want them." And he was just like, "Man, give me $40." So
$40. I'll take two.
I was like, "Give me those for the 40. Give me these for the 40." Of course, I got more Grand Hills. Let me pull them out real quick. Some more Grand Hills for
I,
y'all.
I I collect back in the building. What's good, brother?
Got another classic. Tupac used to wear these. Make these really nice right here. It's another Grand Hill. A lot of
Yeah,
people
those
don't know about.
yeah those laced all the way around the ankle. Yeah,
Yeah, they lace up all the way around the back. You know, some classics. Another G Hill right here. Can't go wrong. And then of course, you got some of the. Hold on, real quick. And then the good thing is with all these Grand Hills, like finding these, like you would think would be like, damn, that's hard to find these, or those are dope, right? Man, you'll never guess where I found all these at.
what's
Take
good?
a
What's good?
guess. Take a
Like
guess.
like a Ross or a TJ Maxx.
Ross, uh, Burlington's. You know what I'm saying? Just going in there to get like
Yeah,
drawers and socks and stuff like that, and just running into them. And my size just literally sitting there. So it doesn't make no sense to not pick it up. Not to purchase it. And
tough.
then even just like to stay on the feel of tip, like see. These right here, the spaghettis, Jerry Stackhouses.
Gary Stackhouse. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, a nice little white and red colorway. Also a Ross pickup, that colorway. And then right here we got some more. We got some Jamal Mashburns.
Mash. Infamous Jones in the building.
Can't beat that. Just on the feeler tip. And then what was the rest of the question?
Oh, like what other players? Like what other players? Like what's like for example, I know you had
Like
some Jason
Scotty
Kidd.
Scotty Pippins, Scotty
Yeah,
Pippen.
yeah.
I can hit you with some Pippins. Let me see. I know. Well, we got some up tempos, OG colorway. You know, and some of these shoes, like we see the NBA players in, but they're not like some of them aren't really technically their shoe, but they used to wear them and endorse them.
Right. Yep.
So that when you on a hood situation, we kind
We
of just
so
like
we
that,
just associated with them. That was their pip. That was the Pippin period. We do.
exactly, exactly.
And
Yeah,
then certain colorways we associated with the player. Like there's another type of up tempos that we're like, oh, those are the Reggie Millers, even though the different colors, the different players had the different colors.
yeah. And this looks like the Olympic colorway. It's not
Olympic.
colorway. This ain't the Olympic.
That's white and black, right?
Nah, it's white and white. Well, it's white, black, and blue, and it has like a little
Yeah,
ranted fade on here
yeah.
in between the AIR. Oh, I got a Pippin right here though. I got a Pippin right here that nobody has seen in a while, and it's so old. I took the laces out to clean it, but it still hasn't fallen apart or anything like that.
That's
See,
the Pippin. That's the Pippin one, right?
he classic, but this retro 2005. This is old. Very, very old shoe. Very old shoe. And then like another one, I could give you Gary Payton, GP. You know, I
Yeah,
can show you some Gary Paytons. Got the OG glove, black, white,
classic, timeless, timeless.
classic. Like you said, timeless. And I had two pair of these. And you know, everybody like some people would argue, oh, they look better down, you know, with the glove peeled back. So because I had two pair, where's that other one at? Where is that other one at? As I'm looking for it. But here is another glove right here. This one.
Seattle Sonics.
Yep. Right here. This is a Soul Collector edition right here. Got the S on there for the Soul Collector. Definitely, definitely a nice shoe right here. I wore this to maybe one or two sneaker cons. Got about 70 pictures taken. Believe it or not, this is a neck breaker. That's a neck breaker right there. Damn, man, I'm trying to find the other one so I can show you what I did to it. Damn, where? Oh, it's right here. Oh, this is another shoe that I'm not going to say it's a Gary Payton, but he definitely endorsed it and wore it.
Yeah.
Right here. You remember these?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 'Cause my brother, my younger brother, he had like the I think it was the black pair that had the blue sole, if I'm not
Oh, yeah,
mistaken.
the black with the
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came in that package.
Yeah. That's the one he
Yeah.
had. Yeah.
This right here is crazy, though. This always, you know, kept me interested in this shoe. Is this reminds me of the pennies, you know,
Oh
and
yeah.
posits
With
and
the
stuff. But look, so if anybody has never seen what the gloves look like without the glove, this is what it looks like. So if you take off that glove, this is what's under it, like fully. You ain't never seen nobody
no,
kind
that's
of
first time.
like not mess the shoe up, but just, you know, just took it off. A little different, a little different. And then you got like Kevin Garnett,
I want to say I was just looking at those. Like, you got KG back there.
got some KGs, got some Flight Positive back here. You know what I mean? Got a this is Olympic colorway. He was wearing this when Vince Carter jumped over that dude over
Yeah.
the head and dunked it.
Yeah.
I think Vince Carter had the white and blue ones on, right? When he did that?
I think so.
Yeah, but right here, I don't know where my white and blue ones are, but I do got the Vince Carter OGs, you know, the classic OG
Those
colorway,
are yeah.
the Nike Shocks, you know, of
That's
course.
back when the Nike commercials was popular and the boing boing boing.
Oh, hey, that shit did not make you jump higher though.
Nah, that was a myth right there.
It even low key may hurt your feet a little bit, you know, but
Yeah,
you know, they're just good to rock, you know, just on some chill, just you know, some old school vibes. And of course, I like the Shocks. So, you know, of course I got another colorway
yeah, tough.
here. Another OG colorway. And then, you know, being from the West, of course, gotta have that Laker, that black and yellow Laker gold.
I was able to say I got those, and I found those at Ross out here for like
These right here?
$20. Yeah.
That's crazy. I got these at House of Hoops years ago. Like in, yeah, damn, 2019. Yeah. This is 2019. And Jason Kidd. That's another one. Oh, you said outside of Barclays. But of course, you got to show some Barclays.
Oh
You still
yeah.
got to come back, you know, give Barclays some love, some CB34s, of course. Different models. You don't really see too many people. This was a outlet gym right here, another Barkley. And the reason why is because you see he got the number 4 on the back.
Oh yeah, that's tough. I like that.
You know, nice Barclays. We talking about basketball players. Of course, can't go wrong with these. Jason Kidds, Nike Zooms. You know, definitely one of my favorites.
So those came out. The Grand Hill twos came out. The Diamond Turfs came out all around the same time. I remember those. I remember it was those zones were in the white and navy blue. The white and navy blue
White
Grand
red.
Hills. Those are tough. Yeah,
The
that's the
Brett Berries.
Jersey Nets, right?
Well, Brett Berry. Brett Berry when he
Barrett.
jumped from the 3-point line.
Free throw line. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
dunk
doing.
contest. Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course just with that shoe, just going into to House of Hoops or the Nike outlet, just running into random colors. Now you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna wear them one day, so let me just go ahead and grab them. When you see them, you know. This is an OG colorway. Well, a spin off of the OG colorway.
Yeah, off the Mavericks one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my yeah.
And this was just a House of Hoops version. Oh, but I got it for such a good deal, I couldn't pass it up. I think this was like another $60 or $70. So
It's like, how could you say no at that price? Like, how could you say no?
you
Like,
you really can't, and they know that. They know that. So it's at the point where it's just like you got to get it. This is another shoe that Barkley wore. You remember these?
oh yeah, classics.
Classics. This is a real comfortable shoe too. Yeah, man. It just don't stop. Like I'm just gonna end up keep going all day. Got another Kevin Garnett right here. Boston Celtics little colorway.
And I want to say 2019. I want to say 2019. The
Yeah,
black and eggplant pair came out.
yeah.
I, yeah, I got those somewhere in here.
This is 2019 too.
Yeah.
And then I also like this model of the Flight Posits.
Oh yeah.
This is like a Chinese,
Chinese New Year,
yeah,
right?
Chinese New
Yeah.
Year basketball. I like the colors in the inside. The bottom of the shoe is pretty cool. And then I like this mirror tint. I found this one. I think I got this one at Ross. It was sitting there. Look at the way it hits. See
Those
the
are
way it
yo.
hits?
What they call it? Quartz. I think quartz.
Something
Something
like
like
I don't know. Ross
those
found,
are
but they
tough. They're
they
tough.
definitely went home with me. The show. There's something about them, the way they hit, and then just with that penny-ish look, that royal blue. I had to get these. You just put these next to the royal blue pennies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me.
Yeah.
So now that you showed those right, those are probably cause so many sneakers, but those are definitely in my top 10 because I still have the silver pair from 2000, either 2007, 2008. But the way they're made, like it's starting to yellow around the toe box, and it's like nothing you can do about it when the silver's fading like that. But you could just
Yeah.
throw those on, just leave it unzipped, throw them on. And my favorite colorway is the New York Knicks colorway, the white one with the orange outline swoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's cool like that. If the shoe's yellow or it's just discoloring, and it's just letting you know like this is age right here. This is experience right here. We're not just gonna throw them away because
Nah,
they out.
nope,
We
not at
still
all,
we
not
still
at all.
got hard earned money.
So this is where we're gonna switch gears. Oh shoot, Chill Town in the building. What's good, brother? So this is my favorite segment of the show. I
Okay.
got some I got some other questions to get into some stuff, but this segment is called this or that. Well, I give you two options. I give you two choices. You pick one or the other, and you can say why, or we can just go on to the next one. So I can say like apples or oranges. You'd be like oranges because I like apple juice better than apple. Orange juice better than
Yeah.
apple juice. So whatever the case may be.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
IG Reels or YouTube Shorts.
Ooh. IG Reels. IG Reels because really honestly it's what the wife likes to do. She likes to be on the IG Reels a little bit more. So, a lot of what she says and I take in consideration and I do, because that's not just my wife, but and she has um, sneaker knowledge as well too. And
Right.
also she's very, very good with social media. So, I trust what she says a lot, definitely. So yeah, I would go with that. But I mean, YouTube Shorts isn't bad either.
True. True. Drop fronts or sneaker boxes.
I would do drop fronts, as you can see.
Yeah.
And because but I can tell you this: you got to take off the actual front part because I think if you put the shoe in there and you close it, I feel like, and let's just say you don't look at the shoe for 3 to 6 months, you come back looking for it again because you got so many shoes you can't really keep the tabs on all of them, and then
Right.
it feels like I feel like it yellows it. You know what I mean? Like can damage the shoe. So
Right. Right. Like not getting no airflow and stuff like that.
yeah, I would say that.
Cleaning one of your favorite sneakers to make them look new again, or undiesing a new pair of sneakers.
Well, after I wear every shoe, even if it's my favorite or not, I clean it up so the next time I go to it, it will look new. But unboxing a brand new shoe for the first time, not knowing how many necks I'm gonna break, um, just the technology, because each different release, sometimes they make the technology different. So yeah, and then just the smell. I always like to have that fresh box smell, that crackhead sniff,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was good, DS. Hey, now that you say that, so to me, right, those are indications of a true sneakerhead. Like, I
What?
guess from especially our era, right? Like,
Yeah.
I watch some sneaker YouTubers and like, yo, if you don't smell the sneaker when you take it out the box, are you really a sneakerhead?
Yeah, like you gotta smell that bad boy. You gotta
But
smell it, man.
for real, hey, foam posits or penny ones?
Ooh.
I didn't say it was gonna be easy.
Man, that penny one is crazy. But that that penny foam posit is crazy work. So we're going with the phone posit. We're going with the phone posit. And because, I don't really feel like this now, but one of the things that back in the day when they would promote the phone posit, as you would start wearing it, it would heat up
And
and then
mold to your foot.
mold to your foot. Which I didn't really feel it really too much molding to my feet, to be honest with you. But um, it sounded good. And yeah, that's just one of the things that they would promote heavy. But overall, to answer the question, phone posit penny. That's what we're rocking with.
Penny and Shaq or Shaq and Kobe?
Penny and Shaq, we didn't get to see them long enough. And I don't feel like Shaq was at the top of his dominance like back then.
Right.
So I gotta go Kobe and Shaq for sure.
Grant Hill or Tracy McGrady?
McGrady. If they were going 1-on-1, I gotta go McGrady because he's longer. He was like the KD back then. So yeah, it's gonna be McGrady. And that's one person that Kobe said gave him the business and gave him
Yeah,
very a very hard time on the court. You know.
yeah. Cause I was watching. I was like one of their last interviews together, where McGrady thought that they were just, they were just going, not going through the motion, but they were just shooting around. It was just like a, and then, but in Kobe's mind, he was like, "Nah, this is a 1-on-1, and we playing." McGrady's like, "Yo, what's wrong with you?" Like, but that's that was how competitive Kobe was because he knew Tracy McGrady was kind of like that kryptonite to him. Like, that
Yeah.
was the one guy in the league that could get the best of him.
Yeah. Hey, you're right. You're right. He definitely did that. And I know there's another question about Kobe's when it comes to the shoes that you're probably not gonna ask, but a lot of people say, "What's your favorite Kobe? An Adidas Kobe or a Nike Kobe?" If I
You
had,
asking me? Oh,
to,
he's asking me.
if I had to pick, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I like the Nike Kobe's. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Grinches, some more Christmas Kobe's. When it comes to Nike, got some breast cancers. You know, another Christmas Kobe. Some of these are my wife's too that I'm showing you. You see this a little small little size right here.
Right.
But with me, it's like I like them Crazy Eight boys.
I was about to say, Crazy Eight's probably one of my favorite Kobe's.
But these aren't the newer ones. Like it's cool to have the 98, but you gotta have the 8. Like you gotta have the jersey number.
Right. That's
These
tough.
and it's like I said, there's nothing wrong with having the new retro ones, like as a prime example, this one. It's not bad to have. But they just put that, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just that laughy face,
Yeah.
which is cool. But when you got crazy eights that a lot of people don't have, like the Benny the Bull with the furry tongue right here, the patent leather, the black and red. But look what it got. Got that number 8 on there though. See that? You seen a lot of people with these?
Not out here, but in like in New York, I did, or back home. Yeah.
And then another classic, Crazy Eight.
Yeah.
But
Another one
eight,
I like was the ones Dame Lillard wore when he was with the Trailblazers. They had the Trailblazer colorway.
yeah, I never got to get my hands on those. But I got the oil spills with the
Oh,
8.
tough.
And then, switching gears, got another Kobe Adidas, but this one has the number 8 reflection on it. This is a
Was
recent.
that the one he wore when he jumped over the car?
I'm
Wasn't
not
that?
uh I'm not sure actually. But this is like the newer retro of this one right here. You see it just has like the Adidas logo. Doesn't have
Yeah.
the 8 in there like this one. Vintage. And then of course, another one. You remember these?
Nah.
You don't remember these Adidas Kobe's? Man,
Paid
you
attention
got
to something like that.
huh?
I said I didn't pay attention to those. I don't remember those. Nah, that one. That's that silhouette. Nah, I don't.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a good amount of them. Good amount of them out. And since we were just talking about T Mac, pair of T Mac All Stars.
Yeah, those are. That was like one of the few Adidas I was like, yo, I gotta get.
And this is also a Burlington's Coat Factory come up. $29.99. 30 is crazy.
Yeah.
$30? Had to do the $30 holler. Hey, since you from my era, do you know what player Adidas made these for?
Hmm.
It's a football player.
A football player?
Yeah. I bet you nobody in the chat knows. I'll just go ahead and say it. The Keyshawn Johnsons.
Oh shoot.
You see the key on there?
On the Jets. Yeah, yeah. When he was with the Jets.
You see the key? Yeah, pretty much. I ain't mean to,
That was tough. No, that was tough. That was
get us
tough.
up. Sometimes I get a little excited.
Hey, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Yeah, see, Kalama knew. He said, damn, the Keyshawn joints.
Dig
Uh,
dash.
Charles Barkley or Tim Duncan?
Oh, easy. Barkley. Even though he ain't got no rings and Duncan got some, just his personality, who he is, and they made him a really good, solid collection of shoes, and he's relevant to this day. Yeah, I got to say Barkley. Duncan's cool, but excuse me, he's real low key. So,
Yeah, yeah. The 73-9 Warriors team
mhm.
or the 1996 Supersonics?
I love Gary Payton. I love Sean Kemp, but I got to go with the Warriors. You got Curry, best,
AI? AI or Kobe?
best shooter to ever do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Kobe.
yeah.
Kobe, I can go crazy with AIs too. I'm an AI guy. I got Reeboks, um, AIs, Sean Kemp's. I have Big Hurts. Frank Thomas, the baseball
Frank Thompson.
player.
Yo, he the first baseball player to go crazy with his own sneaker?
Uh, yeah, I would say, even though he was with
Like,
Reebok, but
because I
you had
mean,
Nomos, Adeo Nomo, but he was with
yeah,
Nike.
yeah.
Baseball player wise, yeah, yeah. Oh, this is another pro model. So the reason
Uh,
why I like these right here, this is like a playoff. It's just like a LeBron Adidas shoe, right? That he wore when he
he's
was
in high school.
when he was in high school. But I like this right here, class of '03. That's when I graduated high school, 2003. So with that being on the side of the shoe, this was another Burlington's Coat Factory. Walk in there, and it was just sitting there. I remember it was a good 2 to 3 year wave of when everything was that's decent, was in there. So
Right.
now they be having stuff in there, but it's just random. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you got to really catch the right wave.
MJ
But
or
but
LeBron?
Kobe over Iverson though.
Kobe over AI? MJ or LeBron?
MJ. Like when it comes to the best three to ever do it, it's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, because he was a mirror image of him, and LeBron James. People gonna be like, hell nah, man. How you gonna put Kobe over LeBron when Kobe didn't have his own style of play? Well, you know, I didn't get to see all of Michael Jordan. I didn't really get to see all of them. So that being said, seeing Kobe was like it was special. It was like, okay, we get to see Mike, but in another version.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I wasn't a Kobe fan. What's going on, Amy? Appreciate you coming through.
How you
I
not
wasn't
gonna
like
be a
the biggest.
fan?
Nah, nah. Listen. Because
You didn't like his
again,
personality?
no, it was not even that. I respected the game. I just he was like, I guess you could say the heel, right? Like he liked playing the bad guy. But I wasn't a Kobe fan. I wasn't a fan of the Lakers. Like I don't dislike the Lakers like I dislike the Dallas Cowboys,
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah,
And I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. So whenever we played y'all, I wanted us to win. So
of course.
that's all it was, like a rivalry kind of thing. But I'm telling you, when the tragedy happened, yeah, that hit me hard. Like it hit me like I was a Kobe fan, but I respected his passion for the game. I love basketball, and he rep basketball to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Kobe, like I didn't dislike Kobe, but I was not the Kobe fan. Like let's go Kobe, but I love watching him play. Like to watch him play, you already knew something was gonna happen. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Same thing with Reggie Miller. I hated him, but
I
I
hated
respected
Miller too.
I
I hated
respected the
his
game.
skinny ass, man. I hate.
Yo, we met. Hey, so there's a brother of mine in the chat, right?
Yeah.
He is a Detroit Pistons fan, and he must. Yo, his timing couldn't have been any better. We're talking Kobe. He's like those Pistons, though. Hey, Matt, watch him out, bro. Matt, watch him out, bro. Watch him out. He's getting carried away. Pistons over the Knicks. Nah, that's the bro though. So appreciate you coming through, Matt. Hey, the Pistons on the roll though. They on the roll. Jordan ones or Jordan fours?
Ones. I know they're not as comfortable, but it's the first. It's the real deal. Holyfield. It's the first shoe.
Threes
It's
or 11s?
11s. Threes. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people are like threes and fours are like sacred, but and they are. But them 11s,
Game changers.
game changers. Concords, Space Jams, the Breads, Gambas. I mean, we could just keep going and going and going.
Yeah. So real quick, I know I'm about to go off on a little tangent here, but when Jordan hit the floor with those Concord 11s for the first time, what was the first thing? I know you remember the first. I remember the first thing I thought. What was the first thing you thought when you saw them?
Um, I didn't really know like how to accept how shiny it was, but
But they were dope. Like there's something about them, right?
something about them, and they had smell. They had a certain smell to them that was like, yo,
Yo, to this day, all 11s have that same smell. I don't know how they do it, but all
yeah,
11s have. I already know what you're talking about. Yo, 'cause I said, yo, why are they so shiny like that? I was like, but there's something about them. Them things is. And then when you start seeing people when they were finally released, and you see, I'm like, yo, those are something
those
serious.
are crazy. And then I remember that same year, Fila tried to come and compete with that, and that's when the Grant Hill with the patent leather
Going around, yeah,
the
yeah.
top came out, and of course, it didn't compete with it, but a lot of people bought it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. 13s or 14s?
13s.
That's one of my favorite silhouettes. That's like how you were showing mad colors of the penny twos. I
Yeah,
got almost every color of the freaking 13s. I'm like, if it's a 13, I gotta get it. That's just me. If it's a 13, I gotta get it.
you got the altitude 13s.
I had.
Those are nice.
Yeah, those are tough.
You gotta have the cherries. You gotta have the breads of those, the playoffs, especially the
Playoffs.
playoffs.
The what they call the He Got games, but when
He
they
got
first
game
came out, they weren't called that when they
pop
first
out.
came out.
When we seen Denzel Washington hit dude in the
Yeah.
throat, he had them joints on.
I got one for you. Sneaker collabs. It could be any brand with the collab. He said Busta Rhymes Wuha video sold me on those 11s. Not gonna lie. Good call out, Flacco. Yeah, he was.
Oh, I think was that back then too when Mace and Diddy had the shiny
Yeah,
suit.
yeah,
Yeah, the all shiny suits on with those joints.
yeah.
Now,
All
what
right.
what was
Well,
what was your question?
sneaker collabs, like whether it be Travis Scott, Ama Manier, right? Sneaker collabs or
Uh,
designer brand sneakers.
I got a thing for designer brand sneakers. Like I have a whole section, maybe about 60 pair of designers. Like I'm a designer dude. Red bottoms, Prada, Gucci's, Louis Vuittons, Bally's. Believe it or not, like Bally's is like an old school brand.
Yeah, yeah,
A lot of the youngsters know, but they don't really know. Like Bally was the heat back in the day. But still, to this day, I like Bally's. They're comfortable. Dior's. Dior's are nice. Balenciagas. I like the sock shoe.
those
Easy.
socks.
Yeah. It's a flex, a little flex when you're running around and paying your bills or doing what you're doing and you just want to
Right.
get, or if you want to go to the gym and work out and be like, man, do you know you have on a $1,200 shoe you're working out in? I'll be like, sure do.
Yeezy Adidas or the Adidas NMDs.
Yeezy's been bugging lately. He's been bugging. So I don't know. I
Because
still like his designs though. You know, uh, NMD. I still have a few pair of those. Actually, I wear them to the gym.
they had a crazy wave for like three
They
years.
they did, and when you couldn't get back then when the Yeezys were gone and the Ultra Boosts were gone, it was the next go to. So, but I'm still gonna have to go Yeezy. It had a bigger impact, and I know he's crazy. He's talking reckless right now.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, he
People just
wilding.
people just off the strength are gonna automatically say, just go with NMD just because. But if we're really talking about the model, the comfortability, the impact, you got to go easy.
Travis Scott or Ama Manier.
Hmm. What about him?
Which one? Travis Scott or Ama Manier?
Oh, okay, I didn't hear you. Travis, Travis
So
Scott, the backwards Nike swoosh, which is that he took from Dennis Rodman. A few pair. Worms. But yeah, I would definitely say Travis Scott's for sure. I just like the colorways too, and the fact that it's a Jordan 1 for the most part.
yeah.
And I like
So
lows.
Lowe's, yeah. I like Lowe's. Lowe's are nice. So like perfect example, the like the fragments. I think the fragment lows look way better than the highs. The colorway execution was way better on the lows to
I
me.
mean, you can't go wrong with the high though. You just can't, man. You can't go wrong with the high. But yes, the low is definitely nice. I had a few pair of lows right here. Like I think even though they weren't that hard to get, just because of like the color scheme,
Black
you know,
toes.
black toe low, something simple, easy, classic. You throw it on and go on with your day. But the mocha, I like the mocha low. Easy as well, matches with everything just about. But another low that I just picked up that you can get easily too, Howard University.
Oh yeah, I remember those dropped. Yeah, those are nice. And they got the swoosh on going around the toe box. Yep.
Yeah, they switched it up. I like that. And Angels colorway, baseball team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna ride with Travis on that one.
Supreme or off white.
Ooh, I got way more off white than I do Supreme, and even just like the base. Just like even like I like the off white shoes that have nothing to do with like Nike and stuff, and then
Right.
and I like the Nike off white shoes. Supremes are cool. I think I have some Supreme Air Force highs. I have the one, the one with the teams all over them when the teams were hot.
Oh, the Air Force One joints.
Yeah, like the NBA teams all over them.
Yeah.
Those are cool. But yeah, I'm going off white. That's Virgil, you know, Virgil.
All right. This is the last one. This is gonna be the last one for this or that. 90s basketball sneakers or Jordan brand only?
I got access to all the mics though.
Yeah.
Mics, baby. But I do love all these other models. Like
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was not the only popular athlete of the 90s, but I gotta go Mike.
We got freaking JC. JC said, Kenny, can you show us your favorite Jordan 1 collab?
My favorite Jordan 1 collab, I don't even have right here. But
Sorry, JC. Maybe next time.
yeah, I don't have it here. But
Which one?
collab
Which one was
wise,
it?
it would be the off white, high, white, red, black,
Those are tough.
or the frags. One of those two.
I think just like I said to me, if the frags had that, like the Travis Scott fragment, the triple collab had the low colorway on the high would have been crazy. That's just me. I just like the way the black going around the toe box. That's anyway. Watch them release that next time, and then that'll go crazy.
Sure will.
So, so tell us how EBkicks got started.
Oh man. So being a sneakerhead and shoe collector, sneakerhead, whatever you want to call it, and spending all that hard-earned money and accumulating so much shoes, it just made sense to come out with a cleaning solution that can help everybody, you know. And it was just something that me and my wife were like, there's a few other brands at that moment that were out, but we wanted to make something that we knew was legit and we knew that wouldn't mess anything up. And there are some shoes that aren't cleanable. Just throwing that out there. So
Yeah,
if anybody ever used my cleaner and something didn't come out right, it was probably on one of them shoes that you just that you don't clean. Like those all red sixes. That suede.
yeah.
It's crazy on there. You some of the shoes when they used to release, Jordan Brand would put uncleanable, like a tag on it. And they did that for a reason because the dye that they used, it wasn't set all the way in. Like even
Right.
if
And it says don't use water.
like say for instance, you were wearing them and it started raining and it's raining on you, your shoe
That
was
was
gonna
it.
bleed.
That
It was
was
gonna,
it. That was it.
it was gonna bleed regardless.
Yeah.
It was gonna bleed out. But just needing to have a good product, understanding how sneakerheads feel about their shoes and how precious it is, something for the community so everybody can come together and have something to talk about and clean their stuff. And just knowing that shoes is something that I mean, people could wear sandals, they could wear boots, but knowing that a lot of people wear shoes, it's it's also a business that's never going to fade. It's never going to fade away.
So
And it was
how
it,
long?
and it
How
was
long?
my
How long
hobby.
is your hobby? Turn your hobby into a passion, right?
Yeah.
And how long? When did y'all start?
Ooh, two 2009.
Oh, dope.
Maybe a little after that. Well, I think we're 10 years. 10, yeah, 10 years in. Can't believe I didn't know that off the top of my head.
No, that's dope. That's so. Well, how many? Okay, that's gonna be kind of a loaded question. What were some of your favorite sneak events you've been to where you was able to show off EB kicks?
SneakerCon.
Like, okay, which cities?
SneakerCon, New York. Because I had a real good strategy. Look, I went in there, right? Now, and I don't want to say their names, but there were other big shoe brands there, and nobody knew who I was. And what,
Jacob Javits Center, right? Jacob Javits Center.
yeah, yeah. But look, there were other big brands, and people, they were already established. You know, they had more than one or two millionaires behind the brand.
Right.
So what they used to do at a lot of these sneaker cons is have meet and greets and
Oh shoot, we lost Kenny. Right when it was about to get interesting at the Jacob Javits Center. Yeah, y'all about to say the same thing, Flacco. He said the millionaires clap Kenny. Nah, he'll be back. He'll be back. Yeah, bam. They weren't playing. They don't snipe the connection over there. Yeah, the free toss were dope. The free toss were dope. I still don't have them, but they were dope. They were dope. Rarely ever clean my shoe. That climb, you walking on air, bro. You gliding. You gliding, bro. Hold up. Let me check something real quick. See where we at. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, Yo, can I get 3 more likes though? Can a brother get 3 more likes? 3 more likes gets me to 20. I'll be happy with that. If y'all didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Let me know what you think of the live so far. While Kenny frees himself up from the millionaires hating on EB kicks. Pistons over Knicks, Lakers over Knicks. JC, you out for that, bro. You out for that. I would say this as good or as great as y'all thought that Lakers team with Kobe and Shaq were. Shaq may have put up 30 something points against the Knicks, but you know what? Patrick Ewing was giving those buckets right back, 30 plus every time. There we go. Flacco had to switch it up. Appreciate you, sir. I already know what that was for. Appreciate you, brother. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Two more would be golden. Two more were golden. Or should I be like, yo, if I don't get 2 more likes, I'm shutting the whole thing down. Start again another time. They struggling over there. Yo, we got anything coming out this weekend? I've been out of touch, bro. Uh-huh. This is why DS got to go live when he talks about the new releases. or the women's uh, Cell Cement Jordan 3. I'm good on that. So, of course, the middle of the week, you got the SB4s and Amamania 3s, according to this site right here. Anywho. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw that, Flacco. I had that and the Almamania 3s. Let me see. And then the 18th is the Rookie of the Year lows. Those look alright. Those look alright. And I'm not even the biggest, Jordan 1 fan at all. And the 26, you got the bread lows, and that is a good one for me. I'll rock with those. What we got here? Red Air 3s, Purdy 2. Did you get the Red Air 1s? Did you get the ones? Yeah, it's crazy out here. Oh, shoot, you did. Yo, Flacco, so yeah, all right, bet. So I ask you since you normally participate. So we got the NFL draft around the corner, and not a couple months after. You know what time it is? You going to join again this year, bro? Yo, Flacco, am I again? You a Steelers fan? You're a Steelers fan, right? Yeah, you already know. All right, bet. You already know. Yo, you Steelers fan, right? How do you feel about your quarterback situation over there? I mean, the Giants situation is better than it was last year, but there's nothing to brag about. However, however, y'all looking kind of shaky over there. Aaron Rodgers, bro. Mason Rudolph. You had to get Mason Rudolph back, bro. We're a Tennessee team without a QB. Sharon Rodgers. Y'all pay some big money for that dude too. That's what's wild. Yeah. Yo, Mason had some good games last year though. He might be all right this time around. Tennessee have a Pickett. Yeah, Pickett's trash. Pickett got paid though. He's a Super Bowl champion supposedly, even though he was on the bench. Hold on. Let me checking what see what's going on. That's a dope duo. Hopefully they can get the football thrown to them. Yeah, DK Metcalf and George Pickens. Yeah, it's a dope 1-2 right there. But we'll see who can we can drive. Jalen won't be doing his thing though. That's the crazy thing. Like he doesn't need many carries to make plays, bro. That's what's been crazy. Especially, and I'm looking at it from the fantasy perspective. Like he put up points quick. Like for fantasy, he was better than Najee most of the time. Or he could have been like the Cowboys and pick up Javon Williams. Javante, see what happened. True, the Giants got Devin Singletary, and we're going the second year man Tyrone Tracy. We'll see how that goes, bro. They re-signed Darius Slayton, so we got neighbors, Wanda Robinson, Darius Slayton, and Jalen Hyatt, bro. I think DK and GP, Metcalf and Pickens probably a better one-two punch than neighbors and whoever that second wide receiver is going to be from Giants, bro. We got Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, bro. We might need Wilson to chill out and let Winston do what he did those like 3 or 4 games with the Browns last year. Had to sit down with Shador, but he'll be gone by a pick. I don't know what y'all pick, but he's not. They say he's probably gonna slide down the draft. Like he might not be in the top three. So, oh, dope, dope. Oh, you right there. Okay. Yeah, Winston don't care. He'll let it fly, bro. He don't care. He don't care. Oh, no, hold on. I'll be back. Whew, turn. Your timing is crazy. I turned the camera. I looked to the bottom. I was like, Titans gonna take Sanders. Oh, the Titans have the first pick, right? Or am I wrong? That's what. Yeah, everyone's saying they're taking Cam Ward, and it went from Shador Sanders going to Cleveland, and they're saying that's not going to be it. That's what I should have asked Perm. Like, how are you in Cali, but you're a Tennessee Titans fan, bro? Or to start with the Oilers. Yo, that's a first, yo. First time ever. Hold on, I gotta go back to it. I gotta go back to it. I gotta go back to it. Flacco with the comment of the year, bro. They taking Cam. That's what they saying, bro. Feel like Levis isn't trash completely. Mm, nah, but he's not what they made him out to be. He's definitely not a starter. He's not a starter quarterback. Like having two, three, maybe four good games, definitely be a decent backup, but definitely not a starter. Jones, my man, in the building. Yeah, I appreciate you coming through, Jones. You be all over the place, and I appreciate you coming through on this Friday evening, bro. We got to get you on the show too, Jones. Whenever you home for more than 2 hours, and you could talk the trash and show some sneakers. Titans passed some means with Sanders and Hunter. Yeah, I heard their pro days didn't go so well, or not as well as people would expect them. Worst case, we'll suck it. We'll take, bro. No, yo, I think Atlanta stuck with that price tag. I think they stuck with that price tag. Whatever they pay, yo, that's crazy. Oh, hold on. What's good, Philly cheesecake? Sure. I don't know if he's gonna try to join back. He's got swamped at work. Still have to check and play back later. Even though we officially get a dirty dozen, he showed mad kicks, and it was he showed some heavy hitters for sure. It's gonna be an interesting draft. I just hope the Giants take somebody on defense. I'm not gonna mention any names because I don't want to jinx it. We don't need any more receivers. We don't need any running backs. We don't need a quarterback right now. We could wait a year or two. But anywho, once again, I want to appreciate the EBkicks family for coming through. Kenny joining the live. This was a dope show. Unfortunately, connection got crazy and got disconnected. But appreciate everybody coming through in the chat, showing love. And I need one more like. I need one more like. Anybody catching playback? Hit that like button for your boy. Thinking Titans, Texans, maybe. But y'all be good. Enjoy the night. Appreciate everybody coming through. Till next time. Peace.